Mina, thank you very much for your time. This was on the cards the moment those 5,000 prisoners were released, wasn't it?
Absolutely, Chris. And what makes no sense to me is that the Taliban are trying to run on a security platform. They're saying, we're going to make Afghanistan secure. Now, some Afghans in the community have been saying, well, you were the ones that were attacking us. You were the ones that were, doing all the suicide attacks and other disturbances. So, of course, those things are going to go away when you're in power. But what we're seeing here is that after they released the 5,000 prisoners from the prison in Kabul, which made absolutely no sense. I mean, these are high-ranking ISIS officials. These are, you name it, the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
So, any legitimate government would not do that. I don't understand why they've done that. This was expected. And what hurts the most, Chris, is that this attack was against innocent people who don't deserve this. No one deserves it, but especially these people that have just been through hell and back, and now they're just going to go through it again.
Do we know whether the West or the United States completely missed that in the deal with the Taliban? Do we know whether the Taliban went against a deal about those prisoners, or what do we know about that decision? Because I cannot believe that we've allowed this window of opportunity for ISIS to blow people to smithereens.
All we know, Chris, is that America needs to get its act. Well, the American government really needs to fix it, and because without the American government's intervention here, our government has no chance. I mean, I'd like to focus on how well our government has been doing. Just in the days before Kabul fell to the Taliban, there was a unit called the 21st Kabul Lancers, and this unit banded together so that they could evacuate and extract women and children and those who are vulnerable and at risk. And they have just been doing an amazing job at getting these people out and into the airport and out of the country. With the support of course, the Department of Immigration, DFAT, and also Department of Defence. Our government is doing everything it can. We can't do it on our own. So really, the Biden administration needs to get its act together and figure out what they're going to do, because this is an absolute debacle. Nobody expected this. I mean, everybody did say that this could potentially happen, and it was brushed aside as a no, that won't happen. And clearly it has eventuated. Now, the other point I'd like to make is that this will not remain within the borders of Afghanistan. I mean, already we're seeing reports from around the world where terrorist organizations have been emboldened by the fact that the Taliban won. So we can expect attacks like this right around the world. You have to understand that ISIS did not go away. ISIS operatives are still around, and they will band together again, as we've seen in Kabul. I mean, right now, there is a huge push to recruit. ISIS is trying to recruit. And we will be seeing more of these attacks, unfortunately. And it all depends on what steps the Biden administration takes next. And so far, there hasn't been much.
No, not at all. Just a quick one before we let you go. You should inform our viewers the calibre of people we're getting from Afghanistan currently, the ones that have arrived and are on the way. We should be surprised. They've got high rate of skill and are very, very handy for a country trying to assimilate refugees.
Absolutely. So what we're seeing is that there is a huge brain drain happening in Afghanistan, and all of these, highly educated women, men, artists, academics, you name it, they are the ones who are at most risk and at most danger. In the past 24 hours, the 21st Kabul Lancers have rescued two specific families. One was actually the family of an RMC cadet, RMC staff cadet. So that's the Royal Military College Duntroon cadet. I've spoken to that family, and it's fascinating to hear their stories. They were stuck outside that airport for a whole week. And then there was another one. There was an MP an Afghan MP who was rescued together with her daughter and 3 granddaughters. So
Wow.
we're talking 3 generations of
Just
Afghan
amazing.
women.
I have to
And
leave it
yet,
there, Mina. I've run out of
sure.
time, but thank you so much for that, to get an understanding of who we're getting. I think it's important. Thank you for your time.
Thanks, Chris.